Ndakachema musalo abigaman baba musalo abigaman dinenda mupinza muna dinenda mupinza muna. This is Gemma Griffiths and you're watching Factory78.com. Hey guys, my name's Gemma Griffiths. I am an acoustic soul singer from Zimbabwe in southern Africa, and I'm here at Factory 78. Growing up in Zimbabwe was an amazing, amazing experience. We had a beautiful, overgrown jungle of a garden, and constantly had people staying at our house, lots of pets. My parents are amazing people. My mum works in the research fields throughout Zimbabwe, so we traveled a lot throughout the country, and it's such a stunning place to grow up and sort of run around and explore. There really is so much to that beautiful, beautiful country. So my parents grew up in Zimbabwe and then lived in Cape Town for a few years, and then when they had me, they moved back. So my whole childhood is Zimbabwe. I think you can't help but be completely overtaken by this vibrant sound that Zimbabwean music really has. It really is such a heart-wrenchingly beautiful and vibrant music culture. So I think it's really influenced often the energy that comes into music, the instruments. We have some amazing instruments, the voices, the whole feel of it. Just little bits will always flow into my music and my writing as well. What I write about, but yeah, it's such a strong musical influence. I can't recall my earliest musical memory, but music has always been a massive part of our family and a massive part of my life. I always wanted to sing. That was my dream when I was 4 or 5. My mum was a musician, my gran was a musician, my grandpa and my uncle all played, so getting into music just sort of felt natural. And I've been in the industry more or less since I left high school. I went to study and straight away started playing gigs and playing bars, restaurants, and from there just took it up with shows. I am an acoustic soul singer, so I guess acoustic soul is the closest thing you could say, but it's very mellow and very sort of I write around that sort of style. I don't really know I think it's got influences of Afro jazz and influences of just jazz as is, but yeah, acoustic soul, and then influences of contemporary music, popular music as well. It varies very, very much. Often I will lay down some chords on the keys or guitar and the melody will flow with the words. Often it's the melody or the idea, the concept of the song first, but once I'm in that mood, the song gets churned out pretty quickly. It just sort of happens. I hope that what I'm feeling at the time that I write the song, because often it's something that I am exploring, a concept I'm exploring, or something that I'm feeling personally. What I really hope is that it portrays that to the listener, that they can really understand and maybe empathize or take away something that they feel similar about. The first one really happened when I was performing in London at the Zimbabwe Achievers Awards. I wanted to do something different because I knew there'd be a lot of Zimbabweans there, and I had been listening to Winky D's Musharova Big Man for a while. I heard it first on radio, and I just thought that it would be cool to put a twist on something that people already knew. And from there, I really got into making these interpretations, and I love it. So that was the first one that I did just for the Zimbabwe Achievers Awards, and I think the reason I did that one in particular was because I wanted to tell a story, and that one, Musarova Biggie Man by Winky D, is telling the man side of something that happened, and I thought it would be great to flip it and tell the woman's side, so that one just worked. Something that people don't know about myself is I play a number of instruments. I play guitar and piano, but I also play trumpet, and I used to play saxophone as well, just for fun, and I love picking up a new instrument whenever I get the chance, and I'm really, really addicted to to writing music. I love it, including, anything orchestral work as well. Just not to lose the essence of who you are as a musician in the process, but rather to work towards keeping your originality and your uniqueness as prominent in your music as possible. Besides music, I love to dance, I cook a lot, and I hike a lot, and walk. I love walking. I've been walking since I've been in London, 20-30 Ks a day. It's crazy. I chop and change between instruments. I often have a full band, and I like doing surprises, whether it's bringing out a beatboxer, which is what I did in my last show in Zimbabwe with Joss Stone. I love putting twists on things. That was amazing. So Joss was doing a part of her world tour, and so I got the opportunity to play before her in Zimbabwe, which was amazing. And it was my last night in Zim as well, so what an amazing way to spend it. And she's one of my big influences. P-Sqaure is such a great musician, and it really happened so organically, and it was one of the quickest writes I've ever done, and it just all sort of fell together as was meant to be, and it was such a blast working with him, and it's got really good reception. A number of things, but tomorrow I'm performing at So Far Sounds, London, which will be awesome, and then a couple of meetings and chatting to some people, and also just having a bit of fun. So we've just finished recording my debut EP, and so we're discussing release plans for that at the moment, but that was such fun. We recorded that in Cape Town. My Facebook is Gemma Griffiths, Gemma Griffiths, and so is my YouTube, and my Instagram and Twitter are both at Gemma Music _, at GEMMA Music _. Yeah, and I sort of post everything throughout those and share what I'm doing daily and what music's coming out in little videos here and there.